Good morning, good morning, good morning to all the people out there in YouTube land. I apologize. I was having difficulties. I erased the other live by accident. That's
Mhm.
why I'm running late. Kingston's here as always. Um, there's a couple things I'd like to discuss. Number one, shout out the prayers go to Florida, to North Carolina, who was ravished by that Georgia, who was hit with that storm that was just crazy, man. But that's not what really Kingston. I mean, that debate last night was. I'm just going to keep it real. I don't care what side of the aisle you're on. There's no competition. You got a guy from Ohio that they deemed a guy who made fun of a cat lady thing, and that dude came out there and showed you. I come from the bottom. My mom was an addict. Live with my grandma. Boom, I come out there with a guy like Tim Walsh, who's the stuff that he does, man. I'm not with all that with the kids and the transgender, man. He has a law in place that if you the transgender parents get involved, they get smacked down.
You know
Like,
how I just don't understand. Everything in
hey,
life
Bliss, Barbie,
should
good.
always boil down to the parents having the initial and the final say. How could you hide these things and try to keep these things from parents? I mean, it really
Well,
blows my mind.
the thing is this though, right? Like this, I believe this election, it's not about Republican or Democrat. Everybody should vote, but there is a lot at stake at this election, man. I mean,
Listen,
why? Huh?
not even just a lot at stake for our nation and our country, for the
No,
whole
man.
world. Look at what's going on everywhere else, Ukraine, Russia, and
Well,
then what's going on with Israel. Like
that's what I want to talk about too. I mean, let's get
the
right
whole
to that.
world
For
needs Trump.
for
The
all
whole
these
world
people
needs
that
Trump.
have so much to say, that talk all the time on YouTube, don't say this, don't say that. Code, don't do a show, don't talk politics. Code, don't do this and that. Let me tell you something. I respect people's opinion. My thing is this. I figure the best way to talk about politics and talk about situations is to have the discussion. And then people can take whatever soundbite or every info they can. But the thing is to educate people. Like last night, there's no ifs, ands, or buts that JD Vance wiped the floor with Tim Walsh. I mean, when
Right.
they asked him about Mr. Walsh, you were in China, Tiananmen Square during the whatever, Tiananmen Square is when they had that thing in China when they remember where the one person you'll see the video of the tanks getting ready to roll ride over that one person. You ever see the images of that?
I don't think so, bro.
Yeah, well that's he said he was there and when he got caught, he's trying to lie. And
Yeah, I don't know much about these.
but that little shit like that is what it's all about, man. And like all right, hold up. You'll probably remember this.
Yeah, I don't know much about these VPs at all.
Well, the thing is that all these people wanna so Tiananmen Square was a series of protests and demonstrations in China in the spring of 1989 that culminated on the night of June 3rd 4th with the government crackdown on the demonstrators in Tiananmen Square, which leads us to this famous picture. And I know you've seen this before. Hold on a second. Hold up. Let me show you this picture. And I'm going to tell you right now, they can say whatever they want, but this one is the probably all right. So you never seen this picture before? We're right here.
No, I don't think so.
See that? I don't know if you can see. It's probably a little smaller, but can you see this
Yeah,
little Asian guy right here in the
yeah.
tanks? When they started forcing their way and people got hurt, and so he was saying he was there. Now let me tell you why that's important. Look, one thing them guys can say, they always say, Trump this, Trump that, but here's a guy on a debate last night who was lying. Like Tim Walsh, he's wanted to come off of this aggressor dude, and I'm for the women, and how dare you tell a kid to get transgender surgery that he can't get it. You're the parent. You have no. If you interfere in your parents' transgender reassignment surgery, you go. I mean, these people want to give convicted felons that, like, say if a guy goes in transgender, rapes 10 people, and then he goes to jail and says, "Oh, I want to be a woman. Send me to woman's jail." They're going to pay for it Kamala was so happy she fought for that, man.
Yeah, look at that. We can't even help out our
Yeah,
people.
you know
Our,
what, man? I'm so sick of
it's
this
just
shit.
so fucked up.
Yeah, you know what? Let's get to the roots of this shit, man. I don't care who likes it or not. Steve Easy. I don't care who likes it or not, but let's keep it friggin' real. You
What's
know,
up,
these guys
Steve?
act like that Ukraine is some sovereign nation that just never had a blemish, never did anything. Let me tell you something, man. Some of the old SS was up there in Ukraine. They had a whole battalion of army things that were racist. They had also one of the biggest countries in trafficking. Why do we protect them? Why does all these countries like Mexico traffics drugs, fentanyl, women, all these countries that traffic women, we always seem to protect? You know, like we never get to the root of it because there's always a cover up. Oh, don't look here. Look at the shiny object over here. I'm sick of it, man. I think this yeah, we shouldn't set nothing over there because I'm going to tell you right now. If you go down North Philly, which I'm going to try to get down there maybe today, they have yeah, he is, man. He's just as bad. And you got to think, man, there's always these people that want to be in these friggin' wars, man. Like, if you look at, like, Hillary, she's a war person.
Because I
You
guess
look
they're
at Kamala,
profitable.
yeah, even Tim Walsh, these guys, the thing with Trump and what JD Vance said was the truth. Who was the only president? There was no conflict. None of our people in Afghanistan, soldiers, got hit for 18 months straight
That's right.
when Trump was there. Look, this is not me saying vote for Trump. This is me telling you that this is a fact. But they don't want to see the facts, like Tim Walsh. Look, that shit with the tampons in boys' bathrooms. And then you got not only that, the smokescreen is Iran hits Israel with 400 and some mortars. And thank God we have our military spread out in the Middle East. We were able to defend them. They would have been blown off the earth. They didn't even hit them hard yet. So why do we protect Iran? Why do we always feel like that we have to thread lightly and toe a line that's so like
We just
even
need to do
keel?
what's right.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. And politics is a funky game. If you look at it, you can see it'll make people get aggravated. But here's the deal, man. It comes down to the reason why politics have gotten this way is because so many people decided to not really get involved and get engaged, man. Everybody's saying from over here what they would do, what they would say, and you always see a different friggin' outcome, man. But I've always been infatuated with politics, and like I said, Newt Gingrich, right in the early '90s, and Bill Clinton, a Republican and a Democrat, well, actually Tip O'Neill, came together. He was a Republican, Speaker of the House, came together and got a lot of shit done, man.
Things are gonna get like so bad, and they're gonna get overflown with issues and problems, and things
JJ,
are
don't
gonna
worry about us.
things
Kingston, I
are.
know you wanted to ask her how she's doing. I'm sorry, cut you off. JJ,
No,
we're
it's
praying for
cool.
you and your family, man. Stay right. We're
Hey,
hoping
what's
you
up,
guys get
JJ?
good.
Hope everything is going as well as can be down there in Tampa and where you live at.
That's got to be scary, bro. You know what I'm saying? So all of a sudden, you don't know what's going to happen, and boom, you come out your door, and it's like. But here's the thing, though. They keep saying global warming. They keep saying the world's getting hotter. All this research I've seen states that it's getting colder, and you know, for most of the people, like all these, they all tell you the same shit, Kingston. You got all these celebrities, all these rich people tell you the same shit. Global warming, just like what's the name was Al Gore. He did all that talking about global warming, man, and it was called global warming before. Hey, excuse me. And then you know what he did? He's driving his house used like 15, I forget how many thousand watts of energy, which is hypocrisy if you're supposed to be watching that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
imagine if
yeah,
if
yeah.
everyone's running that same wattage and shit.
If you want to know why I'm smoking today on camera, I'll tell you why.
Because you
Today's the
can do
date
what
that
you want
the
to do.
no, I'll be honest, Kingston. I might be a little in the weary right now, but today's a day for me where I lost a friend a couple years back, and we would smoke, man. We'd meet up in the morning, get tea, coffee. We used to do work together and shit. And, unfortunately, man, he died from I don't want to say too much because then people might be able to figure out who it is, and I don't want to do that to his family. But let's just say it wasn't his fault. It's over a woman. 1,000%. Steve, the thing is this though, right? You know, I'm being honest, and I've never been this way, man. Yeah, 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 Bliss. Look at this. And Bliss knows she was just traveling. Thank God you're home safe, and I'm glad you missed that. But the thing is, what I want to tell is this is why on this YouTube and why I appreciate Kingston so much. Let me give him some props right now because Kingston never ever once came up here and got into the weeds. And I'm going somewhere with this. Most of these people that you see act like this, who can't have a political conversation or, religious conversation, if you're strong in your belief, if you're strong in what you feel, nobody's really going to infiltrate that or alter your mindset or your thinking process. And if you're really that confident, neither would that person want to be a person who tries to make somebody else look like an idiot. Because if you have all the answers that you think you do and you think your side is right, and that means you're confident. You don't need to go back and forth with people. You respect other people's point of view, but you're like, you know what? I know it's working here. That's as simple as this shit is. To get in the weeds and argue, all these people on YouTube and all these social media pages that scream and yell and go back and forth, all that is for views. It's not because they're trying to really get a point off. And, I think a lot of that goes to why Kingston being here is a good thing because he's like a neutral type dude. He doesn't like the rah rah. But then again, too, like he can see some things that most people can't see, or I can see some things. You balance each other out. But
Yeah.
let's not friggin' lie here. I'm sick of that shit. Let's stop lying, man. Let's stop saying, don't have this conversation. Don't talk about politics. Don't talk about religion. Why? Because there's truth to what's going on. There's truth that there's kids be coming over that border, that they lost almost 400,000. There's
Just
women
gonna
being
say that.
there's women being assaulted every day sexually, maybe physically. I don't know to the extent. There's fentanyl coming through that border. I mean, at least when Trump was there, Trump had the border shut down to where he had Mexico put 26,000 troops on the border and they had to remain in Mexico. Whether you like the guy or not, he's a realist. He didn't like what he said, but he said what he did. Look,
Hey, our country doesn't need Trump. The whole world needs Trump.
the
You know
whole
that?
world needs him at this point because I'm going to tell you my reason why. My own reason why. I believe that people, like Steve said, I believe that Zelensky, my opinion, this might not be for everybody, this episode, but look, come on. Why all of a sudden now who the hell does Ukraine think that they're going to beat? You think you're going to beat Russia? Russia's toying with you guys, man. Russia has 45% of the world's nukes, as do we. China's building right now. Why did China get so strong? Oh, I don't know. Maybe because they were doing the same thing like they did to Ukraine and Putin, just like they say Trump was Putin's friend. Let me tell you something where
No,
that's another
Trump
lie.
wants to keep the peace. He doesn't, you know what I mean? Just because you're
But
not friends with someone doesn't have to mean you be enemies. You need to be, like you were saying maybe about me, kind of neutral, be able to
oh man, I didn't know this.
have your
Yeah,
hand in
no,
it.
that's cool. I got a lot of them days, man. We're friends. I actually have one coming up. I think it's October 15th. My good
Oof.
brother Joe. He's his coming up. That's always a hard one. He was the fighter dude that he passed away at 33. He relapsed and he got a bag of fentanyl. He was 6'3", 230. Good looking
Damn.
kid, man, in shape. But no, the thing is, Kingston, is that I believe that if you're a guy of faith, your faith is on the line with this election. I mean, I already know what they do. I already know what Tim Walsh is doing in his state. He talks about going to Christmas mass. Look, I wish that we had two different options. But let's keep it real. I'm not scared to talk about this shit because they say a political conversation. No, it's not. I'm not telling anybody who to vote for, but don't lie and try to not have the conversation. So the more you don't put out, facts, that the more people uneducated. Man, I mean, let not only did Trump not have a war in the Middle East, but our interest rates were low. People could feel it more. And here's the thing: what I hate about this thing, Kingston, and then I'll pass it off. She keeps saying the same thing. She's basically trying to say, I'm not Biden. And then Biden comes out the other day and says, I knew she could handle it. She was there every step of the way. But meaning that your economy you inherited. They keep the whole debate. All did Waltz did was blame Trump, and
And you know
JD
what
Vance
pisses
totally
me?
executed that perfectly, man, to where that
Right.
wasn't. But here's the thing, and then I'll pass it. If we have to watch and Trump's this monster, and anybody that votes for him is an animal, well, what does it say about a guy from friggin' Minnesota, wherever he's from, Tim Walsh, that if my son or daughter at 12 years old wants to have reassignment surgery, if I get involved in that, you lock me up?
What?
Because I don't think that's right for a 12-year-old, or I don't think that's right for kids 6 years old to have that conversation. If you're going to have the conversation, why don't I hear any of you mother humpers talking about preventative measures and have the, I don't talk just about molesting, but why isn't there more prevention on that end? I don't know. Maybe because the whole thing behind this, I believe, and maybe people aren't going to like this. The more research I do, is there's a lot of child trafficking going on. There's a lot of trafficking, period. And all I got to say is go look at where it stems from. Go look at the regions. Then you understand what's going on here, man. Like I just feel, Kingston, you tell me what you feel. I believe that, there's a bigger picture, man. This isn't about sovereignty of a nation. This isn't about democracy. It's about control and power, bro.
Yeah,
That's
that's
all
it.
this is about. What do you think?
Yeah, no, definitely power control and
Prayers for your brother.
yeah, I just don't understand how it's just it's a very layered situation.
Darren.
Really is. And all the things we should be concentrating on, like all the things that are important, they keep putting bullshit, like the stuff you're talking about, the tampons in the bathrooms, and then all this woke shit. All these other like little things, kind of like what Bliss Chris said. They're all smoking mirrors. They're all like little teasers to kind of keep you arguing about these little freaking things that
But how dare you argue about that, right? How dare you argue
right.
about a tampon in a boy's bathroom or something? Who are you? You're not human. Then they always turn to this. I don't know how a conversation from a tampon in a boy's bathroom goes to abortion all the time. Let me state again what I feel. I am a Catholic Christian, whatever you want to call it. I believe that it should go to the states. Let them decide, because to be honest, no man, I believe, should tell women what to do. I mean, but there's a lot of men who are very religious people who don't like abortion, and they can stand on that the same way people who do like abortion. People got to stop being so, holding this one to that one. But then this guy, like, our country's effed up because of Joe Biden right now. We had the safest border when Trump left. Gas was low. People had money in their pocket. Food prices were down. We were tapping into oil reserves here. We had the
Yo,
most oil reserves.
I don't even
Go ahead.
remember hearing people complaining from 2016 to
No.
2020. Everybody had a job, there was work. When people are working, they're busy, they have money in their pockets. We don't really ask for a lot. As long as like we could buy food and, decently priced fuel and groceries for our family, our mortgages and our rents aren't freaking through the roof, and we're able to support ourselves and support our family. That's all like I want. I don't even care about having a big bank account. I don't really
Well,
care about all these other things. I just want a great, like just
this the thing though, man. And like I said, when I
we're
voting for
not
Trump,
asking for a lot. We're not
yeah, if
asking
I'm
for a
voting for
lot.
Trump, that's my business. The bottom line is, I heard them bring it up one time last night about gun violence in the youth. The leading killer of young kids is gun violence. Now, gun violence is this. It used to be you put your gun down and get into a fist fight. I don't care if you're, look, I've been, and I'm not going to give nothing away, and I can say a little bit, but I'll tell you this. I've been many places in black neighborhoods, Spanish neighborhoods, around a bunch of bikers, and I've always been in a situation to where there's somebody had to knuckle up. And the best thing to do is let them get that out of the way. Put a gun, take your gun, put it down. The kids don't do that no more, man. The kids right now, if you disrespect me, see, because society has made it, all this internet has made it so cool.
It's
The
not.
same
Yeah,
way. These kids talk about homicides and shooting people, they record it. The
it's the
same way
hot.
that kid from my old neighborhood, rest in peace, why, whatever hell his name was, he's from North Philly.
Yeah,
He was
PNB
going,
Rock.
he was, no, him too, but this guy
Dude,
was going around Mr. Disrespectful. He was digging up people's graves and shit, and he passed away.
yep,
Like, how could you think that nobody could catch up to you? But the
dude,
thing is, these guys
absolutely
are
right.
shooting in broad daylight. They're shooting where kids are. So the thing is, where's the conversation of how do we build confidence kids? So where every little thing that somebody says to you doesn't affect you, you don't have to take it to that level. That's the thing I didn't hear anybody talking about. I heard JD Vance talk about what it's like growing up poor and where he came from, and like they try to make him feel bad because he went in the Marines and went to Yale, and he moved away. His family, he's got look, if you didn't know JD Vance, you know him now. I like the guy, and I was worried about his performance. I was like, man, he's got to let the world know who he is because I saw the movie, and I'll tell you, that's the kind of guy you want. He's
Yeah.
not over there making irrational decisions, man. What? Because he's got an R in front of his name? When did that ever stop us before, Kingston? Like you used to take the best qualities of each candidate and then make your decision. You didn't just say, "Oh well, I'm told to hate this guy so much, I'm not even gonna listen to the next
And that's the
person."
problem.
Nothing
Everyone,
gets done like that. But
no, not many people have their individuality and are able to
yes, Bliss.
think for themselves. As soon as they start having that inclination of thinking for themselves, they let the next person tell them what to hear, what to think, how to feel. Like you said, even with with the YouTube shit, it's kind of like a group think tank type of thing. Everyone needs to get their individuality back and just dig deep and figure out what do I believe, all those type of things. But like you said, man, 2016 to 2020, people were happy, people weren't complaining, people had jobs, they had, things weren't priced through the roof. We weren't
Now,
really complaining. We don't want a lot. We don't really need a lot, but there's just so much bullshit going on that keeps kind of taken away from, you know.
like I know people hate Israel. I know people don't like, they don't like Netanyahu. They don't like. They think that Israel is always they own the music. They own this. They own that. And then there's a good argument that the Jews are the black Hebrew Israelites. They're the real Jews. That a lot of African Americans think that. You see them a lot in Philly, all over. My thing is this though: whatever you believe or think, rather than make a decision and say what's out of your mouth right away, go do your homework, man, and research each fact, each thing, whatever these candidates say, and then make your decision. I like this guy. Like Hardwire said too, man. Only because he did the live, he did the short. Like it's enough. We got to come the frig together. Why is it that after President Trump, the assassination attempt, the first one, they put a committee together that went after the Secret Service, and all them Democrats and Republicans were in line, man. They all the same. The whole mantra of that meeting was to make these people accountable, and they did that, Democrats and Republicans. Well, I'm old enough to be there. Like I said, man, when you get time and you're bored, look up Newt Gingrich, Tip O'Neill, and you'll see what took place. Republicans, Democrats balancing a
I
budget.
remember
They
my aunts and
balanced. I don't
uncles.
think that's the last time they balanced the budget on both sides. That's what you need. You don't need just one side. Like the media, like last night. Let me say this because I was going to put this in the headline. And that's how I deleted the thing. Why is it that ABC or whoever they were, the moderators, kept cutting Vance off, fact checking him, but they never fact Walsh? JD Vance had to fact check himself, and he was right. He stopped them. I don't know if you've seen that, and he made them. He said, "Whoa, whoa, whoa!" Like he handled himself. See, that's what I'm saying. That's what a Republican should look
He was
like.
very well spoken, very well thought out, and
Respectful,
he was very,
respectful,
yes. I
and
remember
that's.
when the other guy VP that he was debating with
So let me
Walsh
ask you
there
something. Do you
said
think Trump
his,
made a good pick?
yeah, from what I see so far, yeah, absolutely.
See, look, before the debate, everybody was saying, "Oh, he should have went with, maybe Tulsi Gabbard or Tim Scott of South Carolina." But the thing is, man, the guy was successful in business because he has this. The guy has he has this niche to see things and to understand. He's seen something in advance. So I'm cool in his decision making. Look, why I like the guy, Trump, is not about the rah-rah, because that means nothing to me. When somebody comes down an escalator, who matter of fact was a Democrat his whole friggin' life, and then tells you I beat the system, I'm rich. None of the tax. That's what I'm saying. Like he kept holding her. Okay, so they keep saying tax break for the rich people. Why doesn't
He'll
Joe
change
Biden
it.
put? Why don't he? He's been there 4 years. Why don't you put tax on the rich? He didn't do that. Number two, they keep talking about tariffs don't work. Why didn't they take the tariffs off that've been there for 4 years on China and all these other countries? We're taking income
Stupid.
off of that. Like, you know what I mean? We're doing good off that. We're money we never got. Our
And
GDP.
China's kicking our ass in all these other areas. So Trump's like, fuck it. You guys want to keep making all this profit and you want to keep handling this and this that way. Well, we're going to put tariffs on shit. So if you even want to talk to us about this or talk to us about that, boom, percentage. Like Trump was running the country like a business, which it is because we're in
Thank you,
debt.
Steve. Steve, all
Yeah,
joking
I
aside.
did too, Steve.
Yeah,
That
let me
was a
say
good
that too,
night.
man. For anybody who thinks that that moved the needle, all they did last night was now people who didn't know JD Vance are voting for him. They got a better view of who he is, and they got to see a direct contrast. How this other dude's a lunatic. Where I don't know why kids have to be in this election. Why, if you told my son went to school and he wants to get reaffirming whatever surgery, and they told him, and I said, I'm not with it. I want to talk to him. And they tell me, you'll go to jail if you interfere with my son who's a
So
minor.
what happens when what happens when the fifth grade
What's
class?
up, brother? I
What
don't know who
happens
you
when
are.
the fifth grade class wants to go to a play or they want to go on a a class trip? What do first? They send out permission slips, don't they? Saying, "Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
see,
my son
that's
could go on the trip. Yep, here's the signature. Here's the few dollars for the bus fare. Blah blah blah." So they want your permission and they want you to, be involved with every fucking thing else except one of the most important things. It's just ridiculous.
no. I'll tell you what. Darren, I'm with you, brother. I made love for you, but I'm gonna tell you right now, man.
It's almost like
Tulsi
Biden and
Gabbard.
his son were
See, the
getting
thing
paid
is, Trump.
money
I
to
knew
fucking
Trump was going to pick a woman because they're going to say, "Oh, he only picked a woman for this." Trump looks in the best qualities in people. Remember one thing about Trump? They hate him so much. They say all this shit. Trump was the first one in New York real estate that put a woman at the top of his company running it. He hired all women in high positions before a lot of people did. Whatever, man. And I don't agree with everything, but I'm going to tell you right now, a rich guy who comes out and tells you, I'm rich because I beat the system because these dumb idiots, the tax system's all messed up, and they didn't change anything in 4 years.
That was honesty peak at its peak. And he actually was honest and was like, listen, why would I do that when,
Yes, Emerald.
everybody
Good
saw the
point.
clip.
I mean, that she's right on the manufacturing, but it seems like when we manufacture shit here, it's got to be more expensive.
Hardwired.
Like it's
On point.
cheaper. Listen to this. It's cheaper to ship steel to China or however they do it, and then on the back end they send it back here versus open a plant here and making it here. Because I'm going to tell you why. A lot of that MO2 is because of when these Democrats get in office, they always hurt the businessman, especially the small businessman, a
I
lot.
know.
Because when you listen, let me tell you why. You do all this shit about businesses. If you're going to open say somebody wants to open a made in America plant, right? And they want to sell a bunch of shit. A lot of the taxes when Democrats are in, they shift a lot of that. A lot of business go overseas because they raise like she wants to raise the corporate tax rate. You're not going to incentivize business in the United States.
They
You're
do
going to
that on
incentivize
purpose
people to
because they're
leave.
trying to send shit overseas.
Yeah,
It's so
damn
messed
straight. Because you know why? And I'm going to be honest. This is what I
up.
think. It's what I believe. I do. I'm not saying Kingston does. I believe a lot of
They're
these
getting
people
paid to do that.
like people like Tim Walz that goes to China 30 times. There's a lot of Americans that don't like the USA, like Bernie Sanders. He's another guy that was over there in Russia, coming back here telling us what to do. Although I did like Bernie's trade thing, like you got to figure out what you like on each and every body, but don't
Right.
fall for the smoke screen, man. That debate did not move the needle. And like Steve Easy said, let's get this shit over with because at the end of the day, here's what's going to happen after this election. We're still going to have women getting hurt and trafficked. We're still going to have kids getting hurt, trafficked. There's still going to be fentanyl coming into this country. There's still going to be a big, large portion of Americans have mental health issues. There's still going to be large proportion of people locked up that shouldn't be. There's going to be large proportion of people who just, again, don't think for themselves. They just listen to sound bites and scared to speak up for what they believe in, man. Like I had somebody send me a message. It was like, Code, I love coming to your show, man, but please don't talk about politics. And you know who you are, and I'm sure you're watching. And with all due respect, this is my show. I feel I can talk about whatever I want. If I offend somebody, that's not my intention. The thing is you know, democracy, a republic, that's usually two different sets of ideas. Back in the day, people could come to the center and work, negotiate. I like this, you like that. Let's come in the middle. But all that's been, blurred by this. You have to believe me or it's nothing. I don't like politics like that. And to be honest, if you just want to look, let's just be smart. Go look at 4 years of Biden and go look at 4 years Trump had. And you tell me who had a better run. And
Even
it's the
just
truth.
look at your own personal life and try to think, hey,
Yeah,
has
man.
my life been better the past 4 years, or were things better for
Yup.
me in 2016, 2020? And like I said, I mean, it's not even just about our country anymore, it's about the world. The
Yeah.
world needs Trump.
Steve, shout out to the old lady because, and when we say old lady, we say OL. We're not saying old, OLD. Okay. Uh, I used to date a teacher years ago. We were good friends since grade school. She was very successful.
That's why your
And
son's on high honors. No, I'm just playing.
well, she wasn't. One thing, I didn't bring girls around my kid like that. I
I
always
hear you.
kept them separate. The one relationship I did, it went south. But let me tell you about teachers. Besides the fact they're all 420, they all smoke weed. Uh, she couldn't even say, like, she would be at lunch and meetings and have to watch. She's from Jersey. They call it New Germany. So, I mean, look, at the end of the day, politics is more about this now. It's not about what's right for the people. It's what's right for the soundbite. They don't care about the rest. And I think the last person that did, and the reason why I think Trump was a good president, because what war did we get in? Where were we? People were getting respected
Actually,
again.
no. Actually, forget about what war we got in. Think about the war we got out of, or not maybe necessarily got out of, but look what he did when he went and he took that leader of the ISIS out. Remember that? That wasn't even too long. I think after he got president, he just he freaking.
Hardwire, man. We should do a panel. We should do a show one night, bro.
I know.
All
I
we'll
was
do it
actually
on
going to
yo.
suggest them to hop on here today, the last half hour.
I think he's working Hardwire. He's welcome here anytime. But Hardwire, I'll tell you what we'll do. We could build it up and put it on your show. And what you do is because you're structured. Give us each a couple minutes to answer. You set it up the way you want, and we can have a nice debate, man. And let run your channel up too, brother. And I like to say, I want to take the time. I want to thank people like Kingston, Hardwire, Mike Ball, Steve Easy. I want to thank people like Emerald. I want to thank Bliss, Chris, Darren, C4, Dark and Lovely. I
Everybody.
don't even know you. I think you're a troll, but whatever.
Love you too, then. We
I'm
love you
joking, man.
too.
I don't know, but what's up, brother?
We love the
I
trolls
never
too.
know. Lance, 33. Let me see. I said Steve, right? I said
Yeah.
Bliss. Hold on. Barbie's in here somewhere. Whoever I forgot, anybody, all you people that are here, I want to tell you, SNS. I want to say thank you to all my
SNS.
supporters and everybody here because guess what? I'm back at 2,230 subs. I got over to 222. I don't know how long it's going to stay there. But what I'm getting at is for all the people that send me emails that tell me I shouldn't do this or talk about this or that, my channel, yes, like Hardwire said earlier, he sent me a video of a guy helping to grow channels. I've been reading a lot. And that's my ultimate goal is to build this to something very big, which I know can happen. I just feel like that, you know, how can I say that? I don't want to say this the right way. Most channels already, they're dug in. They already have the way they do it. There's a lot of competition out there, but I'm just saying that maybe it's going to make people unsubscribe, but maybe it won't. But I want to say thank you to all the people that saw through the bullshit and to all the haters that keep talking. Thank you, man. It really, thank you. Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank
if
you. That's all I have
anything,
to
they'll
say
keep it
about
in
that.
the
All I
algorithm.
have to
Let them
say, thank you.
dislike and let them do that.
No, because man, they were going around and behind the scenes telling people they tried so hard to get everybody to unsubscribe, man. They were trying to have like unsubscribe streams and it just shows that people obviously know that I'm not that guy. I'm never gonna lie to you. I don't need to lie. What do I need to lie about, man? So I appreciate everybody who stands with me, even the haters. I appreciate everybody. Thank you, because I think you do need that. Um, but the thing is with Trump too, that I think, and I'll call people out on this too, is why was Trump the guy who was in every rap video? 300 some rap videos. He was in movies. All Time magazine had him with the gold chains. All the rappers, everybody loved him. Then all of a sudden, you run for president, and now you're a racist. That's what made me really start paying attention because I just whenever somebody, it's all they ever throw out there, man. Racist, demagogue, homo. If you so like Hillary called us. If I'm a Trump supporter, I'm a deplorable. You are too, Kingston. So meaning we're all like the worst of the worst. We can't think for ourselves, which I think is the direct opposite from the Democrats. But I
Mhm.
do know some Democrats that stand for some good shit, man, and they're more like
That's
I don't know.
why.
I'm
That's
libertarian more, man. I believe socially, if somebody wants to be gay and do whatever, man, whether I agree with it or not my business.
right. Of
I don't care
course,
about that shit.
Mike. You got your
I
life.
don't, unless it comes to the school and kids, then I don't like it.
Mike, you got your life. I got my life. Hardwire got his life. Emerald has his life. To each his own. You know, if you whatever anybody wants to do,
Nah,
they should be
Emerald.
able to do that.
Just to let you know, we unveiled your blue nails yesterday on here. You weren't here, but I showed your blue nails.
How
But
are
no,
mine?
Emerald.
I got
I
to stop biting them, Emerald.
Emerald. Let me just say this, and I'm not going to spend any more time on it because then they'll say Code's worried about people.
Oh,
Yeah, there's a lot of behind the scenes that goes on, man. That even to this day, people have been trying to reach out to me that I don't, how can I put it? People who I don't mess with have been trying to reach out through other channels to get. And I just said I wish everybody the best. I don't want to talk. But then when you say something like that, it goes back to now they want to get behind and talk shit and do discords and all this shit.
Code
I don't
these
really care.
for where we're going and what we're trying to do and be
Thank you, SNS.
the big, positive
Thank
influence
you, brother. Thank you, man.
and what we're trying to do. There's going to be so many levels of haters. This is just like level 1 haters. Wait till the next month or two once we start leveling up a little bit. There's going to be a level 2 haters. So they're going to like Mike Ball said they're always going to be leveling up with us. We just got to fucking, brush
But
them
I
off
want
like
everybody
fleas.
to pay attention and just hear me out when I say this too. And shout out to everybody in Israel. You know what I'm saying? Even in Ukraine, all these people, I don't want to see nobody getting hurt. But I'll tell you, with me coming up here doing this show, have my family attacked, kids attacked, for shit being called stuff that I never, whatever. There's one thing or two things you can do. You could either take it and tuck your tail and roll and be embarrassed, or you can fight back a little bit, which I did before, and realize that it's a waste of time. Or you could do the number three, which is the best thing you could do and the best advice I can give anybody. Hardwire, I know you're you're more of a calmer dude, man. So you'll think this out. But as you're building your channel, man, you're gonna have haters and people are gonna say shit. The thing is people are allowed to have a voice. Let them talk, say what they want. I mean, what I realize these people really don't know. Like they're only hearing what you're telling them, and the people saying a bunch of bullshit. How does it? Can anybody else determine what's real or not unless you educate yourself? But for me, it's been a pleasure to fight back. It's been a pleasure to be here, not having to fight now because I learned. See, like Kingston said, there's been different stages for me too. I came here 3 years ago. I was around some people. I didn't know any better. I didn't know what was going on. I thought this was real life. Then the second person, people are attacking me, somebody's attacking me around them. But then one thing I've never done is when people ever been to that line of disrespect, I've always said F you because nobody makes me do anything. The same way, no sub should ever have to feel go where you want, do what you want. If people don't like it, how can you ever know about a different idea or argue about something if you don't ever hear a different point of view?
Mhm.
That's what people don't think of a lot. Like I don't watch all the haters and all the negative shit, but when it comes to the Democrats and Republicans, I watch everything, man. I learn, I read, and even when I was coaching, the other teams we would go against, like when we were playing them, especially the big, like we had a couple big soccer championships, I would find out, like, even though they're kids, I'd find out what the coach, what's their best angle, like, are they striking or because everybody has a plan and a way that they do things. But I would always want to learn more about your opponent, just like the enemy. You should always want to learn. But there's a difference between learning and being a freaking smacked ass. And like I always say, when Mike Ball does his show, I love the way he does it, man. He always like he can actually make you know who he's voting for. He knows where you're going, but you still look at him as a unbiased person. You know what I mean? I didn't get to see the show. How was it last night?
Good. I popped in for a little bit until about 10 o'clock. I popped in from like 9:30 to 10, and then there's that show I've been watching about Aaron Hernandez, the expatriate, on FX. You got to give that a watch if you haven't. Code.
I want to say something too about Emerald that she knows already, and I love this girl. Yeah, I do love her. You know, I can say I love her. Now, you know what I mean. I love the fact what she does, man. God rest her mother's soul. And she don't talk about this. Sorry, Emerald. I won't talk about it no more. But what she does for her father, knowing what I do, that's a real woman right there, man. So, you know, and she's very intelligent. That's what I like in a woman. I like, and not, I'm not hitting on Emerald. She knows what I'm talking about.
You ain't got to apologize, bro.
No, hey, she's a beautiful woman. Her nails, she knows what I'm saying. But that's not what you know. Is seeing her with her father, knowing what I do, knowing what my dad's in a rough spot right now, man. Like every day he's getting more declining. So it's like, every time I go down there, like I go every morning at 6:30, make sure he's still breathing. Then I come back upstairs, get the kids off, and when I was trying to do this show and I erased the thing, I was like, oh shit. And then I went back downstairs to make sure, and he's still hanging, I think, because he feels like there's more he has to do, which I don't know. Everything's done, Dad. I told him, I don't know what you're holding on for. Like, if you feel like there's nothing here we need, everything's done, man. You taught me everything. My mom's gone. Your mom's young, so my dad's been sick for a long time, bro. Since 1973 when I was born. Back surgery after back surgery. Then he started having strokes like 15 years ago, six strokes, two heart
Wow.
attacks, two hip replacements. It's like, man, how much more can somebody take?
I tell you
And
what,
but
man,
then it's
our
like,
our our fathers and all, not just you and I, a lot of people, man, they're just some tough mother
hmm,
humpers, man, and we got a lot of I got a lot of like maturing to do and a lot, and I'm trying to get there, but we got big shoes to fill. That's all I'm saying. You know what I mean, bro?
yeah, but you know what? I think that's what, and I think people know me already. Like SNS, Steve, they guys been here long enough. They know, man. They can see what kind of guy I am. Yeah, that's the only thing, Norwegian guy. Thanks for coming, bro. My father, his mind is sharper than mine. He'll remember things that I'm like, you remember that? Very, very sharp with his mind. He
Wow,
does crossword puzzles every day,
that's
but
good.
it
That
takes a
keeps you
toll, man. He feels like he's a burden. And I told him,
right.
man, like, you know, so I break his stones because, he lives here with us and the house and everything's transferred to me, whatever. So I told him, like, you better watch it, man, and do me, be nice, because I'll kick you out, man. I'm gonna start charging crazy rent, like I mess with him. You know what I mean? It's funny.
Yeah,
But
you
what I do
gotta.
want to say, I want to say to Hardwire, with all due respect, don't think like that. I think that Hardwire has something going, man. I think he has a way. See, because when you see him, you're gonna think he's gonna come off one way, and he's really a rational dude, man. I think his channel can very successful, man. And the good thing is, you think, oh, he's gonna talk about biker shit. He's versed in so much other shit, man. And that's the thing I want to talk about success. See, look where I went from. You go from knuckleheads and idiots that just don't share your thing. They're just hateful, nasty, disgusting. And then you come and start meeting good people. That's how it always happens, man. Sometimes you have to go through shit to get to the lake. You dig me?
Yeah, no, 1,000%, 1,000%. I mean, some of the worst things that
Thank you,
happen,
Norwegian guy.
some of the worst things that can happen in my life, your life, Steve Easy's life, those they might be uncomfortable and shitty for a while, but it may lead to the best thing in your life, you know?
And I tell you what, Steve Easy, my father, man, still to this day, never took a pain pill. Not like my bitch ass when I got hurt that back surgery, man. Well, that's sciatic. I couldn't even walk. Uh, that was a long time ago, but
That's
he
messed up.
still never relied on any medicine. Even the medicine that he has to take now, he doesn't want to take it. I have to force it, like his insulin. You know, like last night I gave him some rice because he has like irritable bowel syndrome on steroids to where like anything he takes, a pill, a glass of water, his body for some reason reacts. And then he gets upset. He feels like a burden. I'm like, yo, I don't mind doing any of this shit. If I gotta wipe your ass till your last breath or whatever, you know. And then people they make shows and talk shit. That don't mean nothing to me because I tell you what, I'll bet you most of the people that would joke about that would never take care of their parents like you or I
No,
did.
because they
You know what I'm
don't.
saying? And that's
They
why it's not even. That's
they
why
wouldn't
I've
even
grown.
say that. That's how you know that someone would that even says that they just don't even have really any loving relationships because they don't even know what they would do for the next person they love.
But
You
I'll
know,
be
like
honest, man. Hardwire. There's really only one reason why I really fuck with you, dog. Besides your cool ass mother humper. I love the fact the way you talk about God, man, because to be honest, bro, that's what I've always done. Even around the MC from the time I was a kid. It was weird because a lot of Christian, I would be around. Look, I've had better relationships. I'll just say this. I won't say who, but I've been in events where there's like a lot of clubs, one percenters, Christian clubs. I've had better relationships and conversations about God with one percenters than I ever did with a Christian club.
hmm,
Every person I ever talked, like most of the Christian guys, like I won't say a name because if I said the name, everybody would know it, and then they would see what I'm talking about. They walk around with that. There's a Christian group in Texas that has a 1%. I don't care about that. Do what you want. But what I'm saying is, if you're about the Lord and you put Him on your back, keep it about Him, man. Why do you got that 1%? Like, why do you do all that? I don't look. My own opinion. You know, I don't. I'm allowed to ask, but I do think that there's a lot of one percenters I know that like are clean. That in this area, all over Delaware, from here, Delaware, there's guys in Pittsburgh, Ohio, guys I met years ago that always straight down the line, man. Florida, Cali, guys were up here from Cali one time. A lot of good conversations, man. Just because the guy looks like he's not into that, that's why you should never judge nobody,
and
man.
that's
What are
on
you eating,
people
bro? A
for
muffin over there?
no, just an egg.
That's cool. You're my dad with the hard boiled eggs. Anyway, shout out to my boy B, man. I miss you, bro.
No diddy. This boiled egg is going. Uh, it's
Yo,
getting.
and I want to say this to this guy. Where's he at? SNS. God bless you for that because I took care of my grandmother too. I was younger. My grandfather died in 83. I was 10. My grandmother died in 93, but she lived with us here. It's crazy
Cool.
too because downstairs, the room that my father's in is the same room when we bought this house. We had to gut this whole house. The guy was living in that room and he passed away in that room too. It's crazy, man, the way
Was
things
that your
happen.
childhood home?
No, I grew up right in the city. And then we moved out here. It's only 5 minutes. But I
Yeah.
would always stay there. That's my dog right there, man. I fuck with this dude, man.
Argo, what a
You
goon
know why?
guy.
We never let none of this internet shit. And all these people thought we never talked. Like I
You know
just
what's
told him,
funny?
fuck. Yeah, but his
It,
hair, dog. See, Argo, let me tell you about you, bro. You and all these other dudes. You talk shit just like hardwire. Everybody about your hair is nicer than
that's a
mine.
fresh fade, dude. Is that a
Yeah,
skin fade?
Argo, stop with that shit. We can go, you know what I'm saying? For
Code, is that a
real.
skin fade?
Yeah, just give fake.
Um, Yo, that would have been funny if you and Argo
Thank
put
you.
together a fake beef. You guys would have probably got millions of fucking views if you put like
And
a fake
hardwire, let me
beef.
tell you something, bro. They can never say that about me, man, because I've been around them clubs a long time, and they always say, "Look, I've been recruited. I've always told them I can't give you 110%. It's not worth doing. You should never get involved in any club if you can't give it your all. If you got all the shit taking time, because to be honest, that the way it used to be, I remember my uncle when he was president in Philly, and he had guys prospecting. He would bring them out in the snow. I'm not joking, bro. Like I witnessed all this shit, man. It was funny. He's passed now. I would never say his name. I would like to. It's a shame because to be honest, there's so many stories of MC dudes that I could do a story on. But that would mean if I told that story, not all of them, but some of them, it's like I'm betraying their trust. That's what I don't like about some of the MC shows when they make it about the individuals rather than the brand. Like keep it
Right.
about the brand. Don't make it about individuals. Like I don't like that shit. My own opinion. That's why I
Yep.
never did it.
Agreed.
Yo, bro, Buddha, Steve. I got Buddha in my car. I love Buddha, man.
That's a
Todd
tough
J, I
path.
hope you're having a blessed day. Yo, Argo, that's the truth, bro. I know a lot of guys over here, man, gave a lot to the club. I don't know how you do it, Hardwire, but you know what? God bless you. You find a way.
Same here, Hardwire.
Norwegian guy.
Each night, I like almost schedule my day from like 7 a.m. to midnight because those are like the hours I'm up. You know, I sleep like midnight to 7. But I'll literally
Bro,
write it out the day before, and then every couple hours after I cross all these things off my schedule, I highlight them and shit, and it just kind of keeps me organized and keeps me situated, I guess.
I can't lie to you, bro. I have been studying and honing my comedic skills.
Yeah.
You know, I'm a very good impersonator. I'm very good at that. You know, so I was like, maybe I should do something and start like, I used to do all the
Yo.
Sesame Street characters.
Oh
See, like
wow.
if I went like this and I
See
said,
if
if I
I was
said
gonna
like
say.
this,
See, okay.
if I said, Elmo, what do you think about today? Elmo left today. Cookie, get in here and tell me what's up. Hello, who's in here? Good morning, Kid State Cookie Master. Yum, yum,
You
yum,
got to
yum,
get
yum.
the little
Yeah, and then
puppet
you
sound.
got, what's the other guy?
What about
Double
the
up
gut?
again.
What about the
Wow,
Cookie Monster?
big bird. Remember him? And they get
He's.
remember the count? 1, 2, 3. Ah, 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 ah. Remember
I don't really
Barney?
remember Sesame Street that
You don't
well. I
remember
don't know.
Barney?
I watched
Hey
Barney and
everybody.
Baby Bop. Baby Bop. Baby
Yeah, that was
Bop.
a Teletubby. Oh no, that was
Yo,
Baby Bop.
real quick before you head out of here, why don't you try to play this video? It's Aries Spears
Oh yeah, I love him.
he's impersonating Tony Soprano though. You gotta see
Yeah, I
this.
seen that one. Hold on, let me get
Yeah.
it.
Dude, so funny hearing him do a Tony Soprano impersonation. Dude, it's gonna crack everybody up. That was funny when you played the video with Chunks that day getting
Is it the one with
kidnapped
him
by
and
the Fratellis.
Godfrey?
Huh?
Is he with Godfrey, the other comedian,
Oh, Godfrey. I
or
don't
is he
know.
by himself?
No, it's just Erie Spears. He's actually getting interviewed by that girl, Sage Steele from Sports Center.
Hold on.
And he goes and does. Yeah, I would just, Erie Spears, Tony Soprano impersonation, and it should pop up.
Oh, here it is with the light skinned chick.
Yes.
Hold up.
Dude, it's spot on, bro. Screw it up. Peace up. Hey, damn.
Yeah, he's one of my favorites, man. All right, but first I got to do this before I put it up.
Fair use, brother.
Who's this from? Who put this up there?
What's that?
Sage Steele. I don't know.
Yeah, she's a Sports Center anchor, but I also think she's like interviewing politics and interviewing other stuff now.
Hey, Darren. Yo, I love Darren. I can see telling Darren, yo, hey Darren, you did go wash that bike,
Yo,
and
go
don't
pick up
forget to
some
get
Sid
the
butts. Yeah, right. Cookie Monsters.
yo
Shit.
Cookie Monster. What? But I didn't know Bert and Ernie were gay. Whatever, but I didn't know that.
Oh wow, are they?
Steve, I'll tell you what, man. You know, I've been around the Diamond Club a long time. There's times I've been respected to the highest. There's times I've been disrespected with no cause. The biker life ain't for everybody, man. But there's a lot of guys in the 1% world that I've known for 30, 40 years, and I really, 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 really.
Emerald, they bald heads. You
Hey,
got to use shampoo,
Hardwire,
conditioner,
you
and
sent me
then
that picture. As soon as I looked at it, I already know, man. I erased that shit 2 seconds after. For real. But no, I want to play this video. I think that I love the Web 1% world, but the thing that sucks is, man, is like sometimes I'm going to be honest. I will say this, man. I won't talk too much, but I'll say this. Sometimes when you're real close to, when you're close to a club, a 1% club for a long time, you wear support shirts or whatever, you inherit any of their beef. But some guys really think like that you should be, like some guys will make you feel like you have to do the same thing they got to do, like as if I had the patch when I seen other guys in other clubs, but yet then you see other guys higher ups that are fucking in pictures with other guys in clubs, but God forbid you look and talk to one, it's a problem. I understand it, but for
Question.
me, yeah, I never will betray my roots, man. The people where I come from, that's where you're from. Like the dominant in the area where I'm from, I'll never stop that support. That's lifelong for me, man. And people on this, but that doesn't mean I got to go out and badmouth everybody else and do that because that's not my business, man.
What I was going to say is if you're not a actual member, but you support and you may be like,
No, I
whatever.
didn't show any, bro. I got rid of that shit. Yeah, no. If I ever did it, I would go either to if I ever did it, yeah, yo, super supporters. You're not telling me, bro. That's the thing though, Steve. Like they want you to be supportive and you're there. And sometimes, man, you get caught up in the bullshit. And then it's like, well, when you know every other club in the area, and then sometimes guys won't stick up because sometimes guys are scared. I don't give a fuck who you are. If I know I'm right, I don't care 1% or no percenter. I'm going to speak my mind. And if it means that we got to knuckle up, let's get at it and get it over with. But never do you ever go out. Never should you ever think that one man is bigger than any club. It's about a brand and everybody should respect it. Even if you don't like it, just don't look at it. Oh, did you? Sorry, bro. I didn't even know. Like, Hardwire. The craziest thing is about this picture, man. Now on this picture, man, you look like like I'm not. I know I didn't, but I'm saying like you look like a dude I came across at a couple events, man. You got that look. Can I show that picture? Look at his hair, man.
Huh?
He's got long ass hair.
Through Hardwire?
Yeah. Well, I won't show, but he got long ass hair. God dang, bro, his hair's down to here. Yeah, no, I'm joking because I know I don't have any fucking hair. But I want to show you guys something real quick. He said I was drunk. Here we go. You ready, Kingston?
Yeah, so funny, dog.
Stage Steel, Airy Speed's impression. I don't own this. I think this is hold on. Mandy Smith. I don't know who it is, but fair use.
It's your best impersonation. Your favorite.
Anything that's new feels like a new child. But I love Tony Soprano. Because one, it's a white guy, Italian, and nobody.
See, that's where I differ though. When they call us Italians white guys, my parents have come right from Italy. I wasn't raised like we ate friggin' pasta for breakfast. Like that's not white. You know what I'm saying? Fair use.
Expects you to do that. Ask me a question.
Tony, what did you do with the body?
Like, it doesn't fucking matter what I did with the fucking body. All the guys are gonna fucking bury it. Show, Pussy, Christopher. They know their fucking position. I'm from the king of New Jersey. I run a fucking underbush. Uncle Junior Johnny fucking Shack. Man, you can bury it behind a fucking bottom big. It doesn't matter. It goes wherever the fucking saying goes.
Yo, he is spot on, bro. Spot.
Like the spaghetti.
Oh my God, fair use, man. Thank you, the stage deal stuff.
Oh my God. Like I'm watching your mouth when you do it. Is that the key?
Like I said, notes. Tony is ish. Talk about my sister Jadish. Uncle Junior Johnny fucking Shack. So then you gotta have that metal and AJ. We go down to audio, studios. He's got the better guy with the good fucking grade.
That's a different language you just spoke.
Yeah.
That's literally a different language.
Yeah.
Yo, if he did that shit in Italian, that would have been over.
So good.
Yeah.
Oh, come on with this.
All right. Oh, is that Bieber
I
and
don't
Diddy?
No disrespect. If people want to be gay, God bless. I'm just.
Hey, I'm not gay. My boyfriend is.
He said he's that headbanger's hair. Steve, hey Steve, I'll tell you what.
That's
This
my nickname, Johnny Mick.
this isn't. That's not him. Hardwire, that's not him. That's a troll, man. Don't fall for that. Don't fall for that.
Hey, that's interesting that trolls want to come join and hang out. It means
Well, that's what I'm saying. They talk all that shit, and then they show up. You know what I mean?
yeah, just show up with your real thing. That's all.
They're haters, bro. That's what they do, man. That's what they do. And Hardwire, you'll have them when you get going and get serious and growing, man. Maybe not, man, because Mike, I don't think has them like that. But these are Hardwire. The people behind these avatars, Kingston will tell you, they're grown men with nothing going on in their life, bro. And you know what? Back in the day, maybe I would respond, but I don't even care. I don't know why they're haters, man. But I don't know, Hardwire, you might be able to, if you click on, if you click on that thing and if you go to the avatar, I think you can find out who it is. I don't know how to do it.
What
Yo, bro, that's what I'm saying, Hardwire. They don't even know who you are. You dig me? Oh shit. Yo, brother. Yo. Yo, I'm on my live right now, so I was just getting ready to tell them about how you white people make me mad, bro. What's up with you white people? Why you always up early in the morning drinking coffee?
I can't stand them.
Yo, you're really proud of your white heritage. Are you Irish or what are you? Irish or what?
Tell them because we light and sweet anyway.
Yo, he said white power. Yo, you know what's so funny,
White
bro?
powder.
Yo, hey,
I like white powder.
T, you know what's funny? When I seen that movie with the black dude who infiltrates the KKK, I forget what it's called. I could see you doing that shit, man.
Hey, man, do you remember when Dave Chappelle act like he was blind?
I don't know, bro. I'm not used to. I don't know anything about the hood or African American individuals. I've never been around that, so I don't know who's Dave Chappelle.
Oh, wow.
I've never been to the hood, my brother. Please explain.
My brother.
Well, Dave Chappelle is a black guy that talks about a lot of
I knew you were gonna say that. I knew you were gonna explain that shit.
Yo, Code, I got to roll, my guy. It's 10:15.
Yeah, we landed on Southwest. Landed on us. Are you when you gonna come through? Oh, that's cool. Whenever you come by, I'll be here. All right, brother. All right, late. Yo, he's a black dude that's funny as shit, man. We'll have a conversation and he'll act like he's a white dude.
I could tell
Crazy.
with the white power. That's funny. But yeah, bro,
Thank
it's
you,
10:15.
Real quick, yeah.
Stroll out of here, my
There we go.
myself. I gotta roll. I gotta get going. Sessa,
Yeah, I gotta go too. Don't leave yet. I'm getting ready to yeah, I think it's funny too. You know what I always say though, I don't entertain trolls, but to all the trolls out there, all these fake tough guys, rather than I'd have more respect if these guys would see you face to face. But anyway, Mike Ball, hope you're having a great morning.
Yo, what's up, fam?
Look at
Mike who?
Oh my God, these people are so stupid.
Mike Jones. Mike who? Mike
Yeah, I got to get out of here too. People, remember this. Trolls, thank you for coming by. Thanks for the view. We appreciate you too. Stay blessed, not stressed. Let God handle the rest. Remember, like I always tell you, man, some people really don't understand. One hand does wash the other, but two hands wash your face. God bless everybody. Have a great day. Remember, man, be who you want to be. Vote for who you want to vote. But do your damn homework, man. Educate yourself.